Hi, Jenny here. Just thought I would do a quick little update video on how things are going so far. Today is Monday, April 3rd. So I am just a day shy of 2 weeks from my ostomy surgery and 1 week since my port procedure. So the ostomy is going well. I'm not having any troubles with output or emptying my bag and all that. I did change it for the second time yesterday. So I'm still having some stickiness residue from the barrier ring that goes on the bag and stuff that goes around the stoma. I had some sample adhesive remover wipes that I had used the other day. I used all 4 of them and I still had some stickiness left. Yesterday I took a shower without the bag on and I tried soap and water to try to clean up the whole area, and there was still some stickiness left. So I do have an order coming. I did order some more adhesive remover wipes, hoping maybe to get that all cleaned up at least once and then to be able to keep going from that point once I have those wipes. So we'll see how that goes. Again, this is all personal, what's happening to me at this point in time, and it's only been the 2 weeks. Kind of funny because things are feeling normal, so I feel kind of normal. Even with eating, I was on, the liquids only even for a day, and then they wanted the stool to thicken up, and so they put me on more real foods. And so we went to real foods. I keep thinking, I'm like, I can eat real foods, but I still can only eat certain real foods. So keeping up with that and trying to remember, and also while I'm chewing to chew. Make sure everything is pretty much mush in my mouth before I swallow. So don't want to chance a blockage. So trying to keep following along with that. Trying to add maybe 1 new food a day or so as I've been going. Trying to think of what to eat and to put on the grocery list. So far I had chicken last week at one point. I had a little chicken tender that we cooked in the crock pot. It was soft and I chewed it up till I thought it was mush. And I had cooked carrots and cooked green beans that I'd also already had before and was fine. But that night I had a stomach ache. So I did talk to the dietitian on Friday and I mentioned something about that, and she said we'll try again. So again, take smaller bites, again adding a new food, try to take just usually a few bites or so, wait an hour and that, see how it sits, and then you'll know kind of if you can eat it again or not, or if it does give you some trouble, wait 3-4 days and try to introduce it again. And they did say like by the 6-week mark I still should be able to be eating a regular diet, so that will be nice. Also doing a lot of grazing, eat as far as even eating. Don't really kind of have set meal times or snack. It's a matter of I just eat all day long. Part of that being I've lost over 30 pounds since this all began, and so I'm trying to keep on as much weight as I can, and then anything to gain weight, that would be fine too, especially seeing as Wednesday is the first chemo treatment, and to be honest I'm a little nervous about that, seeing as I am starting to finally heal from these other procedures, which I know I've had these procedures basically to be able to have the chemo and have that go well. But it's nice to finally be feeling well. And I know, well, again, I'm assuming Wednesday that it's, if anything, it'll make me tired. Then I'll be feeling kind of crummy again for a day or two. But trying to keep a positive light on that also. Put it out there that everything is going to go well. They do have anti-nausea medicines and all that they're going to give me beforehand, and I have medicines afterwards that I can take. So hopefully that'll be okay. That'll work well for that I won't really feel nauseous if I'm just tired. I can handle that. So we'll see how that goes. With the port, that procedure seemed to bother me more. I had more pain with that. I was surprised than it seemed with the ileostomy surgery. Granted, the ileostomy surgery, I was in the hospital overnight and they were giving me pain medicines. Although I know even the one like the tramadol, they put on the board that I could have asked for it at 1 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday, because I had my surgery Tuesday, on Wednesday, and I didn't need it. I didn't ask for it. So I still was on Tylenol, and I was on some type of a nerve blocking medicine, so that may have helped. Again, coming home and stuff, I was fine. I slept in bed, and that was all good. With the port surgery, I kind of thought, I don't know, maybe like at the colonoscopy, that was just so easy peasy. I was in, I was out, I felt good. That one threw me for a loop. That one I expected to go easy, and it did not. Coming home Tuesday, I already put that video out of how the port went, and I was fine, but then that night I was in pain, and I did take a tramadol. It's very nice that they'd given us this prescription to bring home from the ostomy surgery, so I had that pain medicine. Did not make me dizzy or nauseous or anything, it just took away the pain, which was wonderful. And so I had the tramadol, I think on a Tuesday. I had it on the Tuesday night. Wednesday again, I was fine during the day with Advil, but by nighttime I took a tramadol. It was like 6, 7 o'clock. The pain would just kick in. The Advil wasn't really taking it away. So I had tramadol again Wednesday night, and then again on Thursday night. And Friday, I think finally the Advil was still doing okay. I slept on the couch all those nights. Easier just to be a little bit sitting up for me than trying to get all the way laying down, because just the pulling on the neck and the port. So this is where I'm at now. They still have the steri strips on. I guess they're supposed to fall off in a couple of weeks. So you can see I'm bruised, bruised all the way down. And there's the big thing, it's under the skin, but there's a big lump there. So you can tell it's there. And then they go up, and I guess they go into the carotid artery, which is why it was hurting all the way up, especially when I was chewing, moving. It was kind of like if I would have had my arm in a sling and that would have taken away the pain, that would have been nice, but that wasn't the case. It was more like moving my head. So it's kind of like I'm doing anything and going, and I'm trying to, but when you're sitting down, it's kind of hard to be able to turn your whole body to look at someone when they're talking. Figuring also maybe that was part of why having more pain at nighttime was already had gone through the day and kind of doing stuff for myself, making my own food or whatever, and then just the chewing. Like I said, the act of chewing, then biting into food hurt. The chewing part was okay. But then also at nighttime I would have Wayne and Cassie home and I'd be talking. But in any case, very happy to have the pain meds, and that went okay, and now I am feeling all right. So I still keeping track of my output. I have that appointment on the 12th for the post-op visit for the ostomy. So I'm having to keep track of my output and how I'm doing. It's supposed to be between 500 and 1300 milliliters. I'm hovering around the 500 mark, 500 to 600. So again, even with that, I'm at that point of, what, if I'm hungry, I eat. I know at nighttime you talk about maybe not eating a couple hours before bed, so to make sure that you don't have blowout or anything, that your bag doesn't leak. But for me, it's kind of like, what, if I'm hungry, I'm eating. Because again, I'm just trying to keep the weight on and all that. And I'm not eating a whole lot. I'm not eating a whole lot of protein. I'm drinking the Ensure protein drinks. I did have chicken again the other night and it went down well, so at least that's another option again for me to eat. But otherwise it's a whole lot of carbs. So just trying to keep full and keep eating. So that's where I'm at for now. I will do another update on Wednesday and see how chemo goes and all that, and let you guys know how I'm doing from then. At this point, you guys, keep it positive. Go make it a great day. Bye-bye.